Take 3. Hola mis amigos, Jennifer here, and with my husband CeCe. My husband Daryl and my dog CeCe. I want to welcome you and thank you for joining us for our November 2024 budget video. I want to get right into it and not waste too many minutes because no fans on, so the sound's good, so let's get into it. Okay, I'll go through what we spent on each item. Rent this month was 15,000 pesos, which is 736 US dollars, 1,030 Canadian dollars. Groceries, we spent 7,700 pesos, 378 US dollars, and 529 Canadian dollars. Dining out, 9,628 pesos, $473 in US, and 661 Canadian dollars. A little high, but we had a visitor. Shout out to our guest, Chris McGuire, and subscriber. He was kind enough to reach out to Daryl during his Canadian trip back home, and it was lovely to have him visit us here. And this budget video is a tribute to him. We did spend a little bit more on dining out and travel than maybe we would have normally, but I'm not complaining at the end about how much we spent. So thanks very much, Chris. We spent 1,470 pesos at the vet. It was really nothing wrong with him, but we needed more dog food, and I thought, well, let's at least meet the vet and maybe discuss some of the concerns I had. And I think the breakout was, it was definitely 300 pesos for the vet visit, and then 400 and some pesos for the food, and like 750 pesos for the new meds. And it's an anti-anxiety medication, and it seems to be improving. I mean, he's not 100% the dog he used to be, but he's a lot less angry, and he still has anxiety, but we are definitely seeing an improvement, and it's been 7 days. So that's great. Cell phones this month were 900 pesos. Personal grooming, I got my nails and I got a Manny pedi for 500 pesos, which is 24 US dollars or 34 Canadian dollars. And she kind of fit me in before she went on vacation, but there was no color. She didn't like paint my nails. So I think I'll look for a new one. Groomer. Okay, so first time getting CeCe groomed here in Huatulco. And honestly, I looked high and low for a mobile groomer. I found a groomer that would do it in her home first thing in the morning before other dogs arrived. And I thought, no, like with his anxiety, no, I can't do it. So we instead bought a grooming kit and tried to do it ourselves. And I mean, we're not groomers. We managed to get some important bits cleaned and trimmed, but he doesn't look as cute as he normally would. So under the groomer portion, I put 390 pesos, which is what we paid for the grooming kit, and that's 19 US dollars or 27 Canadian dollars. Personal purchases, a few items totaling 779 pesos, 38 US dollars, 53 Canadian dollars, and they included Daryl's blew some water shoes, so he needed to replace those. And he bought a life jacket, and I bought myself some face cream. So that's what was included in our personal items. Propane, we did fill the propane. It's one of the, I think they call it 30, it's 28 point something. They call it 30, it's not 30 pound, 30 kilo tank, which was a little over 500 and some pesos, but I tipped the guys really well so that next time I need propane, they get here lickety split, I'm hoping. So I tipped them really well. Total of 700 pesos is what I paid. 34 US dollars, 48 Canadian dollars. travel. So we did a 5-day tour with Chris, and I gave some cash to Daryl to, you know, travel around and do whatever that you wanted with to show Chris around the Mad money, yeah. So, but I put it under travel because it was specifically for while Chris was here, and I think they did like a beach club day, and they did a lot of beaches. So watch out for those videos. They'll be coming up eventually, probably in the new year. So total for that was 3,248 pesos, 160 US dollars, 223 Canadian dollars. I had to buy some more stomach medicine, so 330 pesos, 16 US dollars, 23 Canadian dollars. Take 3, hopefully the one that we keep. Okay, so Amazon purchases were 1,100 pesos, 54 US dollars, 75 Canadian dollars, and it included some GoPro batteries. One of Daryl's batteries, it was compromised a bit. It wasn't broken and didn't explode or anything, but it just bulged. So we weren't comfortable putting it back in the GoPro. So yeah, and they come in packs of 2 with the charger. Okay, the snorkel, we got one of those full face snorkels, and I'm loving it. I think it's great, and there's lots of areas around here to snorkel, so I think we'll get some good use out of that. And finally, the desk lamp. I just got a rechargeable folding desk lamp just so that I can have it for my work area. It's probably, you can see it lighting my beautiful face. So that was it for Amazon, and there was no extras. 0 extras this month. If there had been, it probably would have been the what ended up in the travel expenses. So like, we didn't have any insurance payments or nothing, so nothing extra. So our total budget for November 2024 is 43,245 pesos, or 2,123 US dollars, 2,971 Canadian dollars. I'm not complaining about that budget. I feel like we got out there, we enjoyed ourselves thoroughly. We ate out a lot, obviously. Like, nobody really needs to spend that much money eating out, but you know, with the people visiting, it was a little bit more than normal. But again, I felt like we weren't really holding back, and it's still under 3,000. If it was 2,500 a month consistently, I'd be really happy. I don't know if it'll ever get to that point, but if it's under 3,000, I really don't have anything to complain about, especially when it was a month like that where, you know, we did an excursion, we had a guest, we went out a lot, groceries were manageable. I mean, 530 a month for 2 people, I can't complain about that. I mean, I originally wanted it to be a little bit lower, but in the grand scheme of things, like, this is very reasonable. So I'm overall very happy with this budget. So any comments, questions, concerns, drop them in the comments below. I thank you so much for being here. And again, this budget video is dedicated to Chris. Adios. Hasta luego. Gracias para mirar. Adios.